she wasn't coming.
Uh-oh, are there enough of us to govern?
There are.
Hey, did you see
And therein lies the rub.
Oh, yeah.
this
He'll
letter
be-
here? This
Yeah,
is-
this has to go with that one
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah, well, this is done by the union mark and it passed unanimously. And we should, because it actually helps. How you doing, Coach? This guy here. How you doing?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because you don't do the work. Basically.
He's coach.
I don't even think
He's been coach since 2004.
I'm here.
I wasn't
He
very
turns
good.
everything around.
I'm trying.
Hey, Jerry.
You think about running over the other day?
No,
I didn't even know it was you, and Janet says, "That's the mayor," and I said, "What?"
Oh,
Of course, I make it you, you know.
I didn't realize you, but I saw her when you started the turn. I
Yeah.
saw her in the window there. Cindy, you got an extra pen up there?
I do.
Guess what? I picked mine up, but evidently I didn't. Thank you, ma'am. Nancy, how are you this
Good,
evening?
how are you?
No excuse for that, coach.
I know, because I got about 6 of them laying on my desk.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I wanted just so you know where they were.
Right, yeah.
Close enough to do it.
I'd like to call the May City Council meeting to order. If everyone will please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do you guys still do this pledge of allegiance at school?
Oh, yeah, every day.
I didn't know if you
And a
guys-
moment of silence.
Oh, okay, there you
That's
are.
why. All right, thank you. Would you please conduct roll call?
Heidi,
Here.
Clinker, Nargi. Here. Reynolds.
Here.
Campbell, Brown,
Here.
Allersmeyer, Downing.
Here.
Williamson.
Here.
Quorum present.
All right, we need to recess for 2 public hearings.
I'll
So
go-
moved,
What'd I do?
No, you're,
Oh.
you're fine.
Okay.
so moved.
So moved, okay, and Nancy seconded.
Okay.
All right,
Ordinance number 2021-14, an ordinance to vacate a portion of the public right-of-way in the city of Lafayette, Indiana.
does anybody at council have any comments? Mr. Riley?
Kevin Riley for the petitioner LCC Partners. Don't want to rehash what I said last meeting, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you have.
All right, thank you. Is there any public comment? All right, seeing none.
Resolution number 2021-10, a resolution declaring the designation of a certain real estate as an economic revitalization area and approving the application for property tax abatement, White Neck Brothers LLC Real Estate.
All right, any public comment? All right, seeing none, we're ready to go back to council.
Move to reconvene.
Thank you.
Second.
All right, thank you. We need to approve the minutes from the April meeting.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
All right, any corrections or additions? All right. Oh, sorry, we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign? All right. Presentation and disposal of claims.
There are none.
Presentation of petitions and communications.
There are none.
Reports of city offices on file in the city clerk's office.
Fleet Maintenance Monthly March, Renewed Department Monthly March, Waterworks Department Monthly March, Police Department Monthly March, and the 2020 Annual Report, and Lafayette Parks and Recreation 2020 Annual Report.
Thank you. And just for your, so you're aware, those are all on file in the city clerk's office if you would like to read them. Okay, we have some ordinances up for second reading tonight.
Ordinance 2021-14, an ordinance to vacate a portion of the public right-of-way in the city of Lafayette, Indiana.
All right, what's the pleasure of the council?
Madam President, I move that we hear and approve ordinance 2021-14 on second reading.
All right.
Second.
Second. Thank you, Mr. Downing. Any questions from the council? Any public comment? Any comment? Seeing none, I guess we're ready to vote.
Heidi,
Aye.
Nargi. Aye. Reynolds.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Ordinance 2021-15, an amendment to ordinance number 2010-11, establishing a local parent 518 Parent Avenue Historic District in the city of Lafayette, Indiana.
All right, what's the pleasure of the council?
Madam President, I move to hear ordinance number 2021-15 and
Thank
approve
you.
it.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Any comment from the council? Mr. Collier?
John Collier, Economic Development. I'm happy to answer any questions anyone might have. I can review each of these individually if you'd like.
Okay. Any public comment? No? All right, I think we're ready for a roll call vote.
Heidi,
Aye.
Nargi. Aye. Reynolds.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 5-0. Ordinance 2021-16, an amendment to ordinance 2010-11, establishing a local Centennial Wells Taft Historic District in the city of Lafayette, Indiana.
Madam President, I move to hear 2021-16.
I second.
Thank you. Any comment from the council? Any public comment? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Heidi,
Aye.
Nargi. Aye. Reynolds.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 5-0. Ordinance 2021-17, amendment to ordinance number 2010-11, establishing a local Centennial Trinity Methodist Historic District in the city of Lafayette, Indiana.
Mr. Heidi?
I move to hear ordinance 2021-17.
Second.
Thank you. Any comment from the council? Any questions? Any public comment? Seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Heidi,
Aye.
Nargi. Aye. Reynolds.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 5-0. Ordinance 2021-18, an amendment to ordinance number 2010-11, establishing a local Jefferson Brown Street Methodist Historic District in the city of Lafayette, Indiana.
I move we hear and approve ordinance 2021-18.
I second.
Second.
Thank you. Any comment, questions from the council? Any public comment? All right, we are ready for another roll call vote.
Heidi,
Aye.
Nargi. Aye. Reynolds.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 5-0.
Thank you, Mr. Collier, for all your hard work on those. We appreciate it.
Ordinance number 2021-20, the 2021 Sewage Work Revenue Bond Ordinance.
Pleasure of the council.
Madam President, I move to hear and approve ordinance 2021-20.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Tully?
Brad Talley, Lafayette
Talley.
Renew. I'd like to give you just a very brief description of the work that's going to be completed with these bonds. We are entering the second half of our 20-year long-term control plan. We're in phase 3 of 4. This phase calls for a storage system that will store combined sewer overflows when they happen near the Pearl River lift station, which is off of Sycamore Street. And so originally this, when we put the plan together back in 2009, this, the plan called for a 5.3 million gallon storage tank. With the good work we've been able to do with our stormwater program, our green infrastructure, our rain barrels, rain gardens, et cetera, pervious pavers, North Street, we've been able to decrease the size of that tank from 5.3 million gallons to 1.5 million gallons. So it's a very significant decrease in size of the tank that's needed. So obviously we'll save a ton of money doing that. And then the other part of this project that we're very proud of is that we're proposing a 391 kilowatt solar panel system that will produce roughly 90% of the power needed to run the Pearl River lift station on an annual basis. And so that will be incorporated into this project. And I'm more than happy to go into as much or little detail as you'd like.
Any questions or comments from the council?
Just one. When will the solar power be online?
I would expect it spring as a realistic, spring of 22. We may beat that, but it'll be in that time frame.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
All right, any other questions or comments? Mr. Mayor?
Yes, The only comment that I had, and if Jackie's available, if there's any legal comments, but I think we went through it, is I did want to thank Brad Talley and his team. They've worked very, very hard through the long-term control plan, finding ways to save money, being more efficient, using green infrastructure when it's possible. Obviously, by reducing the size of that tank, it's going to save, as he said, a lot of money. And just so everybody knows, even though there is a bond issue here, we'll be paying for that out of the sewer proceeds, and there will not be a sewer rate increase necessary to fund this bond. So again, hats off to him and his team to find a way to do this financially and be doing it smart where we can do this project and there is no need for a sewer increase. And so I think that's another really significant accomplishment. So thank you.
Awesome, thank you. You have anything, Ms. Johnson?
No.
Okay. All right, any questions or comments from the council? Any public comment toward the ordinance? Okay, we're ready for a vote.
Heidi,
Aye.
Nargi,
Aye.
Reynolds,
Aye.
Brown,
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 5-0. Okay, ordinances for first reading. Ordinance number 2021-21, an ordinance for appropriation of a local option highway user tax funds, county wheel tax fund 2490.
Mr. President, I move to hear ordinance number 2021-21.
Very good. Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, Madam President, as we have typically done since the inception of the wheel tax here in our county, we bring this appropriation individually to the council. Each year, we don't just put it in the budget. That way, that was kind of a promise that we made back then, that they would always see exactly where that money was going and to what roads, to the best of our ability. You should have everybody got the sheet in front of them of the potential road, excuse me. And I say potential only because that is our best estimate. But we all know sometimes when you start digging, milling, you find different things, sub-base that needs fixed, different things that have to be done. So if everything goes perfectly, that's the list we'll do. If it doesn't, then there'll be some slight modifications as we go forward. So, but that gives you a really close idea of what we should do, and we'd appreciate your support.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
are we having a lot of fluctuation in the price of materials for this work?
We bid with the county through the joint purchasing board, and actually the asphalt bids and the stone stuff didn't come out bad this year. No, a lot of things have went up. We're about where we thought we would be.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah, but a lot of other things have went way up.
Yeah. All right, great.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you. Any questions of the mayor? Any public comment? Okay, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Heidi,
Aye.
Nargi,
Aye.
Reynolds,
Aye.
Brown,
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 5-0.
We do need to set a public hearing for this for June 7th at 6:01.
So moved.
Thank you,
Second?
thank you. And then,
Just
voice vote. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. All right.
Okay, ordinance 2021-22, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance Tippecanoe County, Indiana to rezone certain real estate from R1 to PDRS, northwest corner of intersection of McCarty Lane and Veterans Memorial Parkway East. Precedent Flats Plan Development, Domo Development Company LLC. Sorry if I screwed that up.
Madam President, I move to hear ordinance 2021-22.
I second it.
All right, thank you. Mr. Teeter, how are you? Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
It's okay, I've seen it.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the council. Dan Teeter, attorney with Riley, Teeter, and Schreier, represent the petitioner. John Hennessy is the petitioner's representative. He's present this evening. Be happy to respond to any comments or questions that you might have regarding this matter. As you're aware, we're requesting rezone from R1 to PDRS. It's a 240-unit multifamily apartment complex, north side of McCarty Lane, just west of the hospital. We received a favorable staff report. We received a unanimous yes vote from the Area Plan Commission on this matter as well. This is a high-end market rate apartment complex that we're proposing. Petitioner has previously built in Lafayette. Apartment was on Frontage Road, or just off of Frontage Road, excuse me. It's called Overture Flats. Very successful apartment complex. City supported that, and we are close to 100% occupancy on that complex as well. Our project exceeds all the requirements of the Unified Zoning Ordinance, including parking, green space, tree planting, and lot coverage. As I've indicated, we're planning on building a 240-unit complex. It's going to be divided into 10 three-story buildings containing 1, 2, and 3-bedroom units. We're going to have garage spaces as well as surface parking in that area. There's also going to be a clubhouse. It'll be approximately 8,000 square feet with a fitness center and a swimming pool. A lot of amenities here, including a dog park, walking trails for the tenants in the facility as well. I would say to you that the plan development process in this case has worked extremely well. We've had input from the City of Lafayette. We have input from the Area Plan Commission, incorporated that into our plan so that we can present, I think, an outstanding project for you tonight. The project's next to the future city park, and we have a lot of hospitals and a lot of major industry in this area. To me, that's going to be attractive for future tenants. I again would suggest that this is outstanding development for this part of the city. I would respectfully request your approval. Be happy to respond to any comments or questions. Thank you.
Question, what do you consider high-end?
Well, it's a market rate, which is what we don't want any subsidy on this. So we're talking, John's here, maybe he can tell me what the rents might be. Do you have a thought on that, John?
Rents average probably about $1,100 to $1,200.
Good. Thank you.
Any other questions we can answer?
Mr. Teeter, I just want to thank the developer and yourself for this plan development, because it seems to be finally plan development's work. And I think everybody in the council area plan gets to see what's going to happen, and it makes it a lot easier on our decisions.
Well, thank you. I think that holds true in most cases. Don't hold that for single-family subdivisions. I think it's harder to do it for those because they take a while to finalize.
I know, but it does make it a lot easier.
Right. I think for these type of projects, commercial projects as well, for you to be able to see what we're presenting or what's going to happen there makes your job a lot easier.
And the public also appreciates
I
it
think they
because they
appreciate
get
it
to see
too.
what's going to be there.
Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Any public comment? No? All right, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Heidi,
Aye.
Nargi,
Aye.
Reynolds,
All right.
Brown,
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Ordinance 2021-23, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance of Tippecanoe County to rezone certain real estate from PDMX to PDMX 619 North 9th Street, Jefferson Plan Development, Lafayette Neighborhood Housing Services petitioner.
Very good. What's the
Madam President, I move that we hear and approve ordinance 2021-23 on first reading.
Thank you, Mr. Downing.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Riley, how are you?
Good, thank you. Good evening, Kevin Riley, attorney with Riley and Teeter and Schreier, representing the petitioner. Do have a couple of members from the petitioner's project team here. If you have any questions, they're available to answer those. As mentioned, we have filed a petition to rezone this site from PDMX to PDMX. We are proposing a 3-lot development. Lot 1 will contain the existing historic Jeff building, which was converted to senior housing back in 2004 and has been a very successful project. Lot 2 is currently an underutilized parking lot, and the plan is to build a 3-story apartment building on those lots with 68 units. No commercial space is planned for that building. The new building, the exterior will complement the exterior of the existing building and will also be used for senior housing. Lot 3 to the north will include parking in a private park or amenity space. There's sufficient parking and green space for this project. The access to the project will not be changed with the exception of the the curb cut that is now barricaded off 9th Street will actually be removed and closed. So there will be no barricade, that will just be a closed curb cut. The petitioners worked hard with the neighborhood to try to reach an agreement on a project that the neighborhood can get behind, and we think we have accomplished that goal. We appreciate the time that area plan staff, city, and the city have put into helping us get to this point. We had a favorable recommendation from APC staff, a unanimous vote from the area plan board for a recommendation of approval, and we request your approval. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions or comments for Mr. Riley?
I just had one. You said where that curb cut is, that's gonna be a bus stop now, maybe?
There is going to be a turn off, or not a turn off, but a turn in for a bus
Right.
prior to that.
Right.
Yes,
So that'll take some of that load off of 9th Street then?
Right,
Yeah,
that's correct.
okay, thank you.
And you said it's all gonna be senior, the new ones are also gonna be senior apartments?
that's correct, yes.
Okay, and then there'll be enough parking spots for, I noticed there wasn't one parking spot for each apartment, but not everybody has a car.
That's correct. And basically what we determine with area plans assistance is based on what we've seen as the parking needs for the existing development.
Okay.
That's how we came up with
Came up
the
with
number
that,
of
so
spaces for
that,
this
they
part.
okayed that,
And
okay.
that's moved to that lot behind, right? North of it?
There is some parking,
Yeah.
there will be some parking to the north and then some parking to the south.
Okay.
Both
Yes.
sides, okay.
And then also kind of in the middle there's some
Right.
In the
spaces.
middle with the green space and everything, yeah.
Any other questions or comments? Any public comment? All right, seeing none, I think we're ready for roll call vote.
Heidi,
Aye.
Nargi,
Aye,
Reynolds,
Aye.
Brown,
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 5-0. Kevin, where are we gonna stage for the Christmas parade now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Priorities here, come on. Okay.
Our vote?
Oh, pardon me?
Should we take our vote back?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
That's gonna be an issue.
Okay, Ordinance 2021-24, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance of Tippecanoe County, Indiana to rezone certain real estate from I-3 to GB 2653 Duncan Road, I Build Properties LLC.
Thank you. What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam President, I move to hear 2021-24.
I second.
Thank you. It looks like we get to hear from Mr. Teeter again.
Oh, if you could stand one more time.
Yeah.
For the record, Dan Teeter, Riley Teeter Schreier. I have with me Andrew Bushy, petitioner's representative, and he would respond to comments or questions. As you've indicated, we're requesting rezone to GB. This is at 2653 Duncan Road. It's across from the jail, right next door to MBAH Insurance Agency as well. We received a favorable staff report, unanimous yes vote from the Area Planning Commission for this matter. We're surrounded by GB. We have a sliver of I-3 to the west of us. I think the city is interested in seeing most of this entire area turn over to GB, and that's part of the reason why we're here this evening as well. Site's vacant. Petitioner's going to build a 13,800 square foot building. I've given you a picture of what that's going to look like. I think it'll be a great addition to that area of town. Site will be for offices and storage behind it. He's going to put his office in there for a large portion of the building. He is a construction management individual or business. Other tenants, he tells me, might include a landscape company and even a bail bondsman out there, which probably is appropriate. We meet all the requirements of the ordinance, including parking, green space, lot coverage as well. We would respectfully request your approval. Happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Any questions or comments for Mr. Teeter?
It's not a PD, but I tried to give you a nice picture, Jerry. So
I know,
hope that helps.
So Andrew's got to remember that now.
Any public comment? All right, seeing none, I think we're ready for a roll call vote.
Heidi,
Aye.
Nargi,
Aye,
Reynolds.
Aye.
Brown,
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 5-0.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Is that your car? It's a Porsche. It's a Porsche.
50 years ago.
Ordinance 21-25, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance of Tippecanoe County, Indiana to rezone certain real estate from FP R3, I3, R2, R1, A, NB, and GB to FP, GB, R1, NBA, and R3. Tippecanoe County Area Plan Commission petitioner.
All right, what's the pleasure of the council?
I
Madam
move,
President, I move to approve ordinance number 2021-25.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Hiddle.
Thank you, President Williamson. David Hiddle with the Area Plan Commission of Tippecanoe County. This is my first time appearing in front of this group, so just a very quick introduction. I think two of you serve on our boards, and we appreciate that very much. And most of the rest of you, I don't think that I've met. So I've taken Sally's place, if such a thing can be done. And I've been with the Plan Commission now for about 2 months, and I'm still swimming, so that's a good sign. We're here today with a petition for which we are the petitioner, the Area Plan Commission, and it is the rezoning of a portion of area surrounding Kirkpatrick Ditch to the floodplain zoning designation. This is portion of the ditch running parallel to and south of Veterans Parkway on the south side. What happened was last fall, the Department of Natural Resources decided, given the flurry of development in that area, to study Kirkpatrick Ditch and to see if the flood contours and if the flood propensities changed, and they have in certain respects. It's not a tremendous change to the area of the floodplain. There are some areas where the floodplain recedes and some where it expands and takes up additional territory. But regardless, the study has been finalized by the Department of Natural Resources, and that compels us to change our zoning maps to reflect that. So that's what we're bringing to you today. There was a companion rezoning which rezoned portions of Kirkpatrick Ditch in unincorporated county area. That went to the county, and so this is the part within the city of Lafayette, and it comes to you for your legislative action, and be happy to answer any questions you might have.
All right. Any questions or comments?
basically, when I look at it, there's just more floodplain area.
Yeah, there's a few places, Foxfire,
Right.
where it does expand.
Some areas that they give it back to the people too.
Give it back,
Little bit.
okay?
A little bit.
A little bit, but when I looked from the proposed to the current, that's what I noticed the most.
Really, it's important to note here that the zoning map, that where you're seeing the colors change, is reflective of the actual flood maps. So in a sense, it's not the zoning map that is going to change the way people do or do not develop their property. It's the flood map.
Flood map.
Zoning map is simply reflective
Right.
of that, to get as much information out front to people as possible.
Okay.
Is this gonna have a significant effect on people's property values along this?
It's not expected to. No houses turn out to be, no dwellings turn out to be in the new zoned floodplain. There are 3 accessory structures, sheds, pretty much, that have to be moved, but it's not anticipated. It's not encroaching into previously developable area, and it's not constraining developable area on any of the properties themselves. So it's more cosmetic than anything else.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions or comments?
I would just so it reflects in the minutes that we did receive some correspondence from Tyler Oakes, and he wasn't going to be here tonight, but he didn't care for us to read their letter into the minutes. He just wanted it to be noted, so duly noted. We'll make sure it's in the minutes.
He read that into the minutes of the
At
APC.
APC.
meeting.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Any public comment? All right, seeing none, thank you. I think we're ready for roll call vote.
Heidi?
Aye.
Nargi?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Brown?
Aye.
Downey?
Aye.
Ordinance passes 5-0.
Thank you. Okay, we do have 3 resolutions for this evening.
Resolution number 2021-12, a resolution approving a deduction for a tax abatement in an economic revitalization area, real estate, livestock properties.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam President, I move to hear and approve 2021-12.
Second.
Thank you.
It'll be a surprise. It'll be a surprise next month.
Hello, Mr. Carson, how are you?
Good evening, Dennis Carson, Economic Development Director. I'm going to speak to this resolution and the next one. Both of them are for Lifesong Properties, better known as Copper Moon Coffee. Lifesong is represented by Kerry Gutwein, making a multi-million-dollar investment both in real estate and personal property. The real estate is asking for a 10-year tax abatement, and the personal property is 7-year tax abatement. He's going to retain 75 jobs and add 5 new ones, and this was unanimously recommended for approval through our redevelopment commission. But I'm now going to bring up Kerry Gutwein so he can explain some more details about his project and request.
Thanks, Dennis.
Yeah, Kerry Gutwein, Copper Moon Coffee, and so as Dennis mentioned, we're at our roasting facility. We're adding some equipment and trying to expand our manufacturing a little bit. So we're adding some spacing onto our building as well as some equipment. So both of these are kind of tied together with our real estate property and then our personal property at the equipment. So are there any questions about this?
Any questions or comments? No?
Great. I appreciate your consideration. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any public comment for Resolution 2021-12? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Heidi?
Aye.
Nargi?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Brown?
Aye.
Downing?
Aye.
Resolution passes 5-0.
All right.
Resolution 2021-13, a resolution approving a deduction for a tax abatement and economic revitalization area, Lifesong Brands, DBA Copper Moon LLC, personal property.
Madam President, I move to approve resolution number 2021-13.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. We got lots of seconds tonight. All right, Mr. Carson, do you have anything else to add? Or are we good?
We're good unless you have any questions.
All right, anybody have any questions for Mr. Carson?
So this is for the equipment. It's at the roasting, yeah.
Correct. Mhm.
Advanced
For
food
personal
handling
property
and
equipment.
Coffee roasting equipment. Right,
Correct.
okay.
Any questions or comments? Any public comment? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Heidi?
Aye.
Nargi?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Brown?
Aye.
Downing?
Aye.
Resolution passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Okay, Resolution 2021-14, a resolution confirming the designation of a certain real estate as an economic revitalization area and approval of an application for property tax abatement, White Neck Brothers LLC Real Estate.
It's a pleasure of the council.
I move we hear and approve Resolution 2021-14.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Heidi. Mr. Carson?
Dennis Carson, Economic Development Director. You heard about this project at the last council meeting, so if you have any questions, I can answer those, or Brittany Whiteneck is here as well, too, and she can answer any questions you may have.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Any public comment? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Heidi?
Aye.
Nargi?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Brown?
Aye.
Downing?
Aye.
Resolution passes 5-0.
Thank you. All right, thank you. All right, reports of standing committees. Reports of special committees. Report by the mayor.
Just real quick, I'd just like to, I'm sure you've all seen it, but for those of you that haven't RSVP'd, tomorrow is the groundbreaking for the new public safety building and the 486 space new parking garage for downtown. So for a very significant investments in downtown and for our police department and our commitment to public safety. You're going to hear that a lot that safety is our priority, and we're going to be putting up this new building. And so if you get a chance to come down tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the groundbreaking to show support for the new building and for our police officers, we'd appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, you want, okay.
Miscellaneous and new business. Reports of councilmen. It's now time for public comment. Does anybody have any public comment? This is a quiet group
I
tonight.
know.
All right,
Here, no.
we are ready for adjournment. Mr. Heidi?
I move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, meeting adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I just signed you up.